Hey there, it's Linda Cromar. I'm coming to you from my home office in Colorado. And it's not a trick question, but do you know actually what it takes to make your team start taking the action you want them to? So, of course, that makes the money come into your pocket. Well, I'm going to tell you what that is. And you may not like the answer, but it is the right answer. And I had to learn this the hard way. Before your team or even people that haven't joined you yet will actually seriously build what you want for your business, you have to be doing it at a level that they will follow. In other words, if you want someone to do certain things, you can't just tell them, you have to show them by doing it. If it's network marketing or something similar like what I'm doing, you have to be doing the actual act every single day. Are you talking to enough people? Are you bringing people over either from paid advertising or free? How many people are looking at your presentation? If you can't answer that with numbers big enough that you can actually prove to them that you are worthy for them to follow, then they won't. It's really as simple as that. And that's hard because you want something even when you don't have it yet. And I went through that a lot before I realized, way back in one of the other businesses I did, I'm not in now, it was a health and wellness, one of the older companies, and I don't care if you guess, I'm not going to usually do the 20 questions. Mainly, I was doing a volume in my own personal team and myself of 20,000. That's $20,000, by the way. 20,000 volume in my organization, mainly caused by my own production. And it took a long time for a lot of those people to follow. But I've learned that lesson from way back. Before I expect anyone to do anything in my team, I have to be doing it at a level that they will follow. In other words, I'm probably doing it 3 or 4 times faster and heavier than they might ever do. When I do that, I can expect some production because, for one thing, I can show them the results. I can bring them to my back office. I can show them the kind of statistics that they really need to see, like people that have actually looked and people that have actually bought, people that are actually on the team. And if I'm daily pretty much putting new people in my team, then that is the example that you need to set. Now, I'm not at the point yet where it's daily, but I am at the point where it's showing up on the leaderboards. And that is what it takes. If you're building enough that it is creating people to pay attention to what you're doing, to look and want to know what you're doing, to get excited because you are, then you're on the right road. Because no amount of hype is really going to do it. And I see way too many people doing that. Hype is never going to succeed to create the longevity that you really want. What will is true, concentrated, and focused action. And it has to be the kind that creates money. I mean, no amount of posting on Facebook truly is going to cause that if you're not having conversations with people. And if you're not having conversations with people, you better be doing solo ads, or you better be doing something on that vein if you want people to join you. It does take an investment of both your time and your money. It's not going to happen by magic. And there's too many people that are always pretty much trying to put up the hype that it takes magic. You do this twiddly-do and all of a sudden it causes people to say yes. Well, that just doesn't happen. People are skeptical, and there's nothing more attractive than somebody that's in concentrated action. And that is exactly what's happening in my team. I put in the work. I set the pace, and now my team is starting to follow. It takes time, and it takes concentrated, focused action, the right kind of action. It's not just about posting on Facebook or Instagram. It's about actual people joining you. And they have to join you either through a paid service or through free. But if you're going to do free, like on Facebook, then you better expect to do about 3 or 4 times as much action to accomplish that. That's the real truth about how this works. It takes a lot of action. Number 2, you want to make sure that you really know your product. You can be passionate about it when you know your product. If you don't know it, then take the time to learn about it. Because if you don't know about it, you can't help others. And that doesn't mean that you become the encyclopedia of that product. That isn't helpful either, because what you're going to do then is make somebody say, "Ooh, I don't want to know all that." But you sure better know where they can find the information. And I have gotten really good at that. I know in my back office where everything is. So rather than saying, "This is the answer to your question," I say, "Here is where you can find it." Then they can do their own research. For instance, I know that the best compensation video is actually on my download page inside of my back office, and I can just tell them that's exactly where they'll find it. And when they find that video, they watch it, they get a better understanding of how they get paid, and that is important for them to know. If you don't know where anything is in your back office, take the time now to really learn it. Because if you don't know where things are and you're kind of confused, guess what? That's going to propagate the same attitude towards with others that are following you. And they're not going to follow confusion. They're going to go elsewhere because confusion isn't comfortable. So, what kind of action are you taking now that is going to cause them to want to do the same thing? Because that is absolutely the real answer to creating the team, and especially the team that is producing. That must be. You are the catalyst before anyone else will do anything. No amount of prodding will make that happen. But if you say, "This is what happened because I took this certain action," by the time you've done that a few times, people are going to get really curious. And it's really fun to start saying, "Yeah, I'm getting this kind of result, and I can tell you how to get there." And I really can in my team. And that's important. If you really can share with people what to do and be okay with not making money for a while, because I have to tell you, I've been in this business that I'm doing recently. I've been in it for going on 2 years, and it took about 6 months before it started to take off and create money. It wasn't instant, and nothing usually is. So make sure that you're taking all of the right actions. Don't make excuses. Make that your total focus, because as soon as you do that for a certain period of time, and then you look back, you'll find that a part of your team will do that too. And that's when you start to see the real money, because your team is taking the action that you are as well. And that is when it really starts to break. It won't happen from magic. It'll happen from your own action as an example for others to follow, because they're more likely to do the same steps if you're doing them. But if you're not doing them, you're not going to get the results you want. And that's the plain truth. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, let's have a talk. Bye for now.